Hi, it's the 21st of October today, and it is actually, I'm 99% sure today is day 50 of 365 days of personal growth, which is absolutely nuts that I have done a video every single day without missing a day for 50 days and uploaded them all. Just really proud of myself for that. I'm so excited as well that so many of you have said that you've been doing the 365 days yourself and just starting to keep track of personal growth and putting more time and energy into it. That makes me so happy that I've helped to inspire you to put the energy where it will actually really pay off, because if you can manage your thoughts, and that means you can manage your feelings and actions and results, your life will be, it's not even that you'll achieve more, it's that your experience of everything will be much more in your control, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just super excited. So I'm just sitting at my desk here and have been here for pretty much the whole afternoon. This morning I went to the gymnastics class at my gym, and then we were doing 1RM testing, which is 1 rep maximum or whatever, where you basically just do different exercises and see what the maximum weight you can do. So we did squats, push press, what else? I don't know. Anyway, we did that. And then I came home. Steve was actually really sick last night. He was vomiting for most of the night. Poor little thing. I think he has some form of food poisoning. We don't know exactly what it is, but I went into bed for a bit just to snuggle with him as he fell back asleep because he was just exhausted. I was like, well, I'll help cuddle you back to sleep. So I did that. And then I was listening to a podcast episode from the Life Coach School, which I always love, and it was such a good episode. She was interviewing 5 of her coaches that have made $100,000 from coaching, and just so interesting to hear all of their money beliefs and beliefs they have about creating value and all of that. And so it was so good. So I did that, and then I have finished putting up the blog post, which will be going out tomorrow. I'll link it below because it'll be published, but it's a book haul. I actually did talk about it a couple of weeks ago on these vlogs, but I didn't really go into each book. I kind of only spoke about them for a second, and I've got all the links and everything as well for the books, but just the ones I've been reading, like Shoe Dog, why I've been liking them, and what I haven't read yet, why I chose the books, how I choose books, all of that. So I'll link that below if you're interested. And then I've been working on my email that'll go out tomorrow, and that's basically it. I have this little cut. I was taking some photos with my DSLR today, and we have a white blanket, and I saw these, I was leaning on the bed to take these photos, and I just saw these red spots, and I was so confused. I was looking everywhere for a red pen. I was looking on all the books to see if there was anything red, and then I went up to the mirror and was like, oh. And anyway, it's a bit gross, but yeah, that is, I don't know really what I have to share today. Yeah, I really I don't know, I feel like it's hard to be chatty because I've just spent 2 hours writing the email going out tomorrow that's about self-shaming and making myself wrong for not following through with my plans and stopping that habitual shaming, which is basically when I do something, instead of saying that I could have done that better, it's I'm not good enough because I did that, or there's something wrong with me, or it's that difference. And often perfectionists really do a lot of shaming, and we often do it to others as well. It's just we're really in a pattern of making ourselves and making other people wrong. So I've spoken about that a lot. I feel this week I've had some really big revelations about that, especially after watching Brene Brown talk about it. But I did a whole vlog when I talked about that, so I'll link that below as well. But yeah, I'm just so stoked to be at number 50, and I feel like just by focusing on each day instead of thinking of it as like a whole year of filming videos every day, of just thinking, when am I going to film today, and just like with exercise or with healthy eating or anything, I feel like, or meditation, I've been meditating every day this week. It's so much easier to focus on just one day instead of getting overwhelmed by such a big period of time. And it's funny because like I was thinking about it with healthy eating, and like, you know, we want to have one like if you're trying to eat healthy, most people say would want to have one cheat meal or treat meal per week. But then I was thinking, like, if you just take it day by day, like, I don't know if this is going to make any sense, but if you just take it day by day, every day, like, there should never be a point, I don't know, like, I think this doesn't make any sense the way I'm trying to explain it. I need to think about it a little bit more. But yeah, it's like with filming these vlogs, like, there isn't a day where I'm like, oh, I just want to have a break, even though there have been days where I don't feel like it, because I'm just like, now I'm in the habit of doing it. And yeah, if I don't think about it the whole time, I'm just like, well, I'm just going to do it today. And then this made no sense, but this is what I think about before I can articulate it. And Steve normally gets those thoughts half the time when we're going to sleep. I tell him something, I'm like, did that make any sense? He's like, not really. So now I'm doing these vlogs, I share my half-baked thoughts, but normally they're just saved for Steve. So yeah, that's all I'm really going to share today, because I don't want to ramble on just for the point of it when I don't really feel like I have much to share. But I'm really excited about getting into photography. As I was saying the other day, I have a Canon 500D, and Steve actually bought this for me definitely before 2011, maybe it was 2010, and I haven't used it hardly in the last few years, just because I haven't spent the time learning how to actually use the manual settings and comparing like the auto settings on this to an iPhone 6 Plus. Like, I feel like that's pretty comparable, and this is so big, so I haven't used it. But I did a Skillshare course that I was talking about yesterday. It was like an hour long, and I finally actually get it. It was the best. I'll link it below. But now I can finally start using this. The photos are way better than on an iPhone, but I just didn't take the time before, and now I'm doing that. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be taking photos, and yeah, just super pumped. I need to figure out, either I need to get an SD card reader or figure out how to connect it to my laptop to get the photos off the memory card. But yeah, that's basically it. I really feel like I've said nothing in 9 minutes. Thank you for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.